All right, welcome, 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 welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you can hear me, I want you to drop a comment because we're about to start. Can you hear me, guys? All right. So, you're going to discover the new, proven, little known method to earning anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000 per month in 2024, talking to Oyibo people online. And get out of your mind, this is not anything fraudulent. This is legit. All right. Unlike other money making models, it's easy to learn in little or no time for you to start raking in thousands of dollars, and you don't have to run ads, have a website, search for customers, or own the business. You're simply working for someone or an established business. Here, as you can see, is a screenshot of how much I have personally made, at different months from what I'm about to share with you. All right, this is money that has entered my account as a freaking Nigerian living in Nigeria. And again, these are some proofs that what I'm about to share with you will make you a shit ton of money. For example, I made $1,000 in 24 hours, 24 freaking hours, guys. That is what I'm about to put in your hands. A friend of mine made a friend of mine sold $1,500 worth of his services for someone. This guy makes about $300 per close. All of these are things that you will have access to. So I want to know, are you excited to master the number one skill you need to succeed by just talking to foreigners on the internet that could change your life and make you print thousands of dollars on steroids before the year runs out? So let's get some energy in the room. Type yes in the comment. Type yes in the comment. Type yes in the comment section. I want to see the yeses, guys. I want to see the yeses. All right. Great. Let's dive right in. To start making at least $1,000 per month talking to strangers online, the first thing you need to know is that you won't be offering this service to Nigerian clients, as most of them will not be able to pay you this type of money. All right. And I'm talking from experience because I started my career working at a gym in Lagos where I only got paid like 40,000 naira per month. Doing almost the same thing I'm doing for foreign clients, I'm making a whole lot more. An interesting thing is that I do all of this from home. What I do now is a lot more easier and pays far more, and I can do it all from home. Let me ask you guys, has anyone here called MTN, Glo, Airtel, or any of those service providers that you use, and then someone picked up the phone and helped you solve the issue you're experiencing? Has anybody noticed? Has anybody had anything like that before? That's basically what I used to do back then. All right. And that's technically what I still do, but as a remote high ticket closer. I just now do it for foreign companies and in a more sophisticated way, whereby I'm bringing more value to the company than basically helping them resolve technical issues. And the crazy thing now is I don't have to leave my home and battle Lagos traffic daily to get this done. All I'm doing now is talking to, people on Zoom on a daily basis. If you follow the roadmap I'll be revealing in this webinar, you'll be making at least $1,000 guaranteed every single month. And by the end of this training, I have an exclusive offer for a few persons whom I want to learn from me, and from whom I want to learn from me. These are the kind of people that are always like, Bruno, thank you so much for your teaching, but can I get more coaching? Because you'll be getting so much value from this training that you can never imagine. And I'll be opening your eyes to something you would have never thought was possible, right? And I know I'm telling you that you'll make $1,000 monthly, and this is just me being trying to be conservative. All right. Because the truth is that, like, for example, in the last 1 year, I've sold and generated over $1 million more in sales by simply being a remote high ticket closer. And I've taken home over $100,000 as a Nigerian living in Nigeria just by speaking to people on Zoom. Now, let me break this down so you can understand it properly. Has anyone ever been to a phone store before or recently? Let me know. Has anybody ever been to a phone store before or recently? All right, good. Now, when you get to a phone store, you see those guys that are working there. They're customer service rep, right? They're customer service rep, right? Exactly. Now, when you walk in there and you tell them you want to get a Techno or Infinix phone, do they just give you the phone and let you leave? Definitely no. These guys start telling you about other products they have, like Samsung, iPhone, AirPods, Pouch, and the likes. And most times you find yourself buying what you did not plan to buy. And when that happens, these guys get paid an extra commission for making you spend more money with their business. Now, this is how this thing works in Nigeria. But for most of these guys, rather, all right, when they get you to spend, let's say, an extra 2K or max 5K, all right, that's what they get. Like, they get just a percentage of that. And it's just that, like, they're ordinary customer service guys, and they should be happy, they even got something extra. But in the US and all of the developed countries, these guys get paid a lot more, depending on the price of the product they're helping the company to sell. So I decided to start working with companies and focusing on companies that sell high ticket products. That way, I'm bringing more value to the table and getting paid a whole lot more. Now, with this, you'll be different from the ordinary customer service representative who is not bringing so much value to the company, because you would have mastered a skill called high ticket closing that helps you work exclusively for companies and businesses with high ticket products. Now, let me explain what a high ticket product is, right? Basically, a high ticket product is anything that is considered expensive or premium. So anything you cannot easily buy across the internet. Anything that will require you to get more information before you buy it. That is anything that is normally priced $5,000 and above, or sometimes $3,000 and above. But personally, high ticket for me is like 5K and above. And I want you to come think of it. You'd agree with me that you need to be a little bit more technical to sell an expensive product than to sell a cheap product, right? Because a cheap product, I mean, if it's $5 or 20 or 5 naira or 10, 20 naira, like, you can basically spend that. You won't even think about it, right? Exactly. So you can't just respond anyhow to customers, because they are highly valued people and they're bringing a lot more money to the table. So you're not trying to look for customers or doing any much thing, all right? This high ticket closing skill made me over $100,000 in the last 12 months and helped my students make lots of money as well. And all we needed to do was sit at home, receive phone calls, and help people make a decision on the product or service that they're trying to get. So you're not trying to look for customers or doing anything, but you're typically going to be doing what a customer service representative does. But one thing about working as a high ticket closer is that we get paid a commission for every customer that eventually makes a buying decision. All right, that's from talking to us on Zoom, rather than them paying us a fixed amount monthly. And trust me, look, it's so much better being paid commission rather than a fixed amount, because you can grow. For example, if I was being paid a fixed salary, I'll be paid $1,000 every month, and that might look good. But right now, I make an average of over $10,000 every month doing this, because I get paid a commission rather than a fixed amount. Now, look at this screenshot. All right, look at this thing I'm sharing with you. All right, I assisted a customer in purchasing a product that cost $30,000. If I was getting paid a fixed amount, I would still be paid just $100. I'll be paid $1,000 a month. But with this method, when I made a sale of $30,000, I got paid a whooping $3,000 just for this one sale. And I was on that call for about 30 minutes. So the industry standard of what you get paid when you're working here is anywhere between 10 to 20% commissions. Here's another newbie, somebody totally new to this skill, right? And he crushed it in his first day. So all that thoughts that, oh, is this something I can do? How easy is it to start? Get it out of your mind. Get it out of your mind. It's very. I'm going to show you super easy to get started with. Right? Something that you can get started if you learn it today, all right, and you go through, like if you study it today, you can actually get started today and start making money today. Yes, if you have everything in place, you can start making money today. It's as simple as that. All right. So by mastering this high ticket closing skill, your earning possibility becomes limitless. Unlike the unskilled customer service rep who just picks calls, does not necessarily provide any value to the company or business they're working with. Anybody can do what they are doing because they lack special skills. And when you lack special skills, you won't be well paid. You can be let go by the company you are working with at any time. But when you're bringing in money and more revenue for these businesses, they fall in love with you because you're helping their company grow, and no one wants to let go of that person who's helping their customers make a buying decision and in turn helping them make more money. Look, this is massive proof, man. Massive proof. $1,000 commission in 24 hours. Think about that. In 24 hours, you've made more money than some people make in a year. In 24 hours, you've made more money than some people make in 6 months from one skill. Come on. Look, even outside of being a closer, all right, as a business person, this is one of the most important skills you can have. With this skill as a business person, you can sell a whole lot more. This is the skill that most business people lack. Here's what one of my students said. After joining the community and learning from Bruno, I can confidently close any deal that I put my mind to. I would recommend Bruno's teaching to anybody 110%. He's somebody who just started, probably like some of you. Just take a look at that. That's how much I was making. Imagine you were getting, even if it's $1,150 every single month, what would that do for you? I want to know, what would that do for you? What would that mean for you right now? Now, let us focus on the main skill you need to succeed doing this and make tons of cash like I am doing. This special skill is called high ticket closing, and not everyone can do it. So, who is this for? This is for the students. All right. I have a student of mine. This is one of our. I had to text her one day and told her, look, I just want you to know that I'm so proud of you. I hear what you've been doing in this company, and just so you know, it gladdens my heart. I had to send her a message. She's a student. She goes to school during the day. At night, she's closing deals, making money. People with no skills at all. If you don't have any skill, but you're like, Bruno, I really want to change my life 2025. I want to ensure that 2025 does not look like 2024. Then this is exactly what you need. Business owners, I already showed you a business owner who used this skill and is making a lot of money from it. Freelancers basically are people who, sell their own time and skills and, services. So that means that if you're a freelancer and you know how to sell, you can charge more for your service. Course creators. One of the people I sold over $1 million for was a course creator. 9-to-5 workers and anyone who wants a comfortable life. Anybody. All right. So this can work for you irrespective of where you are. Now, I need to give a disclaimer. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's only for those willing to put 2 to 4 hours daily to master the skill. If you're lazy, you prefer to complain rather than put in the work, get out of my webinar. I don't want to see you here. This is not going to work for you. I'm telling you up front because I don't want to disappoint you and I don't want to waste your time. If you're willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. Now, to successfully learn and hone these skills, here are the compulsory requirements. Number 1, you must have good internet connection. All right? Good internet connection. If you don't have good internet connection, there's no conversation. I can't help you. It won't work for you. Simple and short. Number 2, you need to have a browsing phone. A laptop is not compulsory. When you start closing deals, you can get a laptop, but you need to have at least a phone that you can get on the call with and close deals. Number 3, you need to understand and speak English fluently. if you speak pidgin a lot, you can't communicate in professional English, then this is going to be a problem for you, right? So just this won't work for you. And number 4 is you need to have a burning and never ending desire to change your situation. Now, on the English part, I know some people I feel like, oh my God, I can't speak fluently, blah, 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 blah. Look, you don't have to speak like Wole Soyinka. But if you can speak good English like me, you're good to go. You don't want to go and start speaking nonsense English to white people. They won't take you serious. I want to know, guys, are you still there? Are you still there? Hello, hello, hello. Are you still there? Let me know if you're still with me. Can you guys see my screen though? Someone says they can't see any screenshot other than my face. Can you see my screen? All right. Here is why this high ticket closing skill beats other skills hands down. Number 1 is you don't need prior experience to learn and master it. You don't need prior experience. Number 2, it's easy to learn. It doesn't take months to monetize, unlike other skills that you have to learn and for years before you start making money from it. Number 3 is no chasing of clients or customers. You don't have to chase clients. You don't have to chase customers. You get leads. All you need to do is show up and close deals and make a shit ton of money. Number 4, you don't have to run ads, have a website, or post on social media. All right. If you have this skill, you're on a good offer, you're going to be printing a lot of money. Simple and short. Number 4, it's location independent. You can do it from anywhere in the world, provided that there's a good internet connection. That's the only criteria. And number 5 is that, or rather, number 6 is that you don't have to own a product or a business. It is literally the real definition of low-key internet money. All you need to do is make calls and close deals with people that are interested in the product right from the comfort of your room. You see, I use the word interested because they will be the ones booking the calls to talk to you, not you going after them like salespeople. All right, you just basically talk to people and close deals, like how a customer care rep would do. You book a call, you call the customer care rep, and then you close the deals. Now, before I continue, be aware that this training will last anywhere between 1-2 hours maximum, and I guarantee it could be the answer to your deepest wishes and prayers. So gather enough patience and data as you learn the unpopular way to make $1,000 to $3,000 for yourself monthly. And also, if you ever get tired of being in this webinar, please get out, right? You honestly don't have to be here if you don't want to, because this training is about changing and improving your life. So if that's not important to you, then it's perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. So, a bit about me. My name is Bruno Onwogu, right? Bruno Wogu, also known as the Einstein of marketing. I'm a high ticket closer, TEDx speaker, digital marketer, and I made over $100,000 in profit as a high ticket closer last year alone, and sold over $1 million worth of products. Again, in the last 1 year. I've trained over 500 students making thousands of dollars monthly. There is my that's my Twitter page. You can check it out on Twitter. I have over 135,000 followers now who follow me. How many of you know this guy? How many of you know this guy? This is who? People are saying they can only see my face. Wow, people are saying they can only see my face. Interesting. Can you see this now? Can you see this? I want to know, can you see? Oh wow. People are saying they can only see my face. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay. Let me try and present again. Um can you see my screen now? Can you see my slide now? Okay, good. So it's showing now. Good, 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 good. That's good to hear. All right. So how many of you know this guy? His name is Vusi Tembekwayo, right? This is is one of the top entrepreneurs in Africa. People pay $10,000 to have him come and speak. $10,000 to $12,000 to have him come and speak. And yet I was able to have a conversation with Vusi because high ticket closing made it possible for me to be in rooms like that. I've also been featured in the Tribune newspaper. All right, you can literally Google it. I didn't pay for this. Somebody saw my story, got the attention, and I got featured. I've also met with Aki Alabi, and some of you might know him, the founder of NairaBet, right? Antonio Motosho, founder of Expertnia. These are people who make multi-million dollars. But how did it all get started? It's simple. So here's my profile. I was a third class graduate of FUTO. I lost lots of money on the internet. I was a gym service customer rep making 40,000 naira monthly, and I depended on my mom for money many times. But I want you to know that it's not your fault. All right. Look, I know there are many people that have tried to make money online and all these, and they fail so many times. I want to let you know it's not your fault. This is definitely not your first time trying to make money online, and you've tried to make internet money and you got burned a few, or many times. It's not your fault. You see, people talk about online opportunities every day, but they don't tell you the truth about it until you buy their program and then you find out that it's not for you. And that is never the case with me, because as you can see, I already told you that if you can't speak English or you don't have great internet connection, this cannot work for you. Why? Because it happened to me too. I've lost money. I've lost a lot of money online in this my quest to build an online income stream. My first incident was in 2016, 2017. How many of you remember this? How many of you remember? How many of you remember what it's called? MMM. I want to know if you are affected by MMM or any Ponzi scheme. I want to see your hands in the comment section. Let me know, guys. Let me know. I mean, nobody has ever done MMM. Interesting. All right. Anyway, so I knew it. I can't be the only one. So anyway, I borrowed 50K from my auntie to invest money into MMM, and I lost everything. And 50K 2016, 2017 was a lot of money. Like, it was money that, and I was a student. So imagine losing the amount of money as a student. And then I didn't hear word. A friend of mine introduced me to another one, and I had not learned my lesson. I invested, and then I went to borrow 40K to invest in that 40K so I can make money and pay my auntie back, and I lost that one. So it was now basically double wahala for dead body. And the amount of stress I went back to pay that money, I learned that lesson by force. So my journey to losing money online started from there. All right, I've been there and I've done it. I've always believed that I could make money online. I just never had the right opportunity. Now, fast forward to 2020, COVID-19 lockdown happened. Everywhere was in total shutdown. And I lost my gym customer service rep that was giving me 40,000 naira per month. Now, look, you could be losing something very important right now, maybe a job, family, or even a babe. All right. And that becomes a turning point for you, because that was the thing that got me thinking, how can I make money online? Right? Because now I could not go to my work again. I was forced to think outside the box. On July 5th, 2020, an incident that changed my life forever happened to me. And I was on my way to church in the Molue bus in Lagos. My black iPhone 7 I got, the black iPhone 7 I had got snatched from my hands out of the window. And that was the only asset to my name. Some days after that incident, I started asking myself ridiculous questions about life, as if I was destined to fail. The only thing that was bringing me joy had been taken from me. I was frustrated and tired about my situation. And I asked myself, what did I need to do to change my life? Then I got the answer. I had a light bulb moment. I realized that my problem was that I lacked skills and I could not do anything extra than the average person out there could do. And the problem with that was that I was going to remain average forever if I did not do something about my situation. There's something Brian Tracy says, limited skills equal limited future. So on July 9, 2020, I bought a program that changed my life and my perspective about the internet money. It was a program about selling other people's products online. Within a month of getting this course, I made my first 1 million naira and continue to make 1 million naira every single month. After becoming good at it, I became one of the top sellers of the product, and I was given this money and I won a car. Now, I want you to know this truth. I hated sales and marketing. Why? It reminded me of network marketers, selling stuff on the streets of Lagos with their shoes chopped, dusty, looking like, life was so terrible to them. I hated it. I later realized how easy it was to make money online once you have the skills. Once you have the skills, there's an easy and seamless way, and that's what you'll be learning tonight. Over time, I realized there's a limitation to affiliate marketing. And here it is. The market felt saturated. I did not know how to run ads, and my business was too dependent on someone else. What do I mean by this? If the person I'm promoting his or her product decides to stop selling that product tomorrow, I'm back to square one and I have to start looking for a new product to promote. So I had to find another opportunity to make thousands of dollars with no cap on it, and where I did not need to start handling things like lead generation, because I literally hated looking for customers. So my research led me to high ticket closing. I discovered how lucrative it is and how quickly it can be learned and mastered. It took me months before I understood how high ticket closing worked, months of trial and error, and I had to spend close to $15,000 to learn and hone this skill. Trust me, it was tiring, but I had to find out the perfect successful strategy to learning and mastering it. And eureka! After many months, I uncovered the truth. Now I have the freedom of time and location to do whatever I desire, live in one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Nigeria, bought an expensive Benz for myself, and built relationship with top 1% people, and sold over $1 million in products and made over $100,000 in commissions in just 12 months. This is me, all right? This is also me when I bought my Benz. So now I could go anywhere I wanted, and I was making friends with one of the top people in my industry. These are some people that make close to 100, sometimes $200,000 a year. They are not small people, and some of them you might recognize. Remember Vusi I told you guys about? I was having a conversation with him, and a prospect I had closed made payments. I literally made $600 while I was already talking to somebody. So imagine how you can do this, and you could literally be taking care of your kids. You could be attending to stuff, and you find out that a client you closed had paid already. Just imagine the flexibility it has for you. So I want to know if you believe this could be you soon and you're willing to put in the work. I want you to type "I'm ready" in the comment section. I want to see that "I'm ready" in the comment section. Type it. "I'm ready." I want to see that. All right. Let's dive right in. Now, in just 12 months, I made 100K. All right. And I currently make anywhere between $10,000 a month, sometimes less, sometimes more. It's not just me, my students are also thriving, earning thousands of dollars in monthly profits. Right? I want to show you something. I want to show something with you. I posted doing this post about a year back, and we paid one of our clients 75K just for the month of August. Now, let me not go into the details, but basically, this is about 40% of, no, this is about 45% of what we made that month. So this guy took 45%, this guy took 45%, and Bruno took 10%. And literally, he commented, it was like, this 100% happened. Next time, I'm flying Bruno out from his half of the world. I wanted to let you know, guys, what is possible with what I am sharing with you, or what you're about to find out. So, here are some of my results speaking for me. For me, bro. You can't deny it. I made $49,000 in 90 days from what I'm about to share with you. In 7 days, I closed over $31,000. That's 3.1K in commission. And you are going to learn exactly how to do the same thing. Bro, girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is about change your life. These are most from some of my students, right? I'm able to make unrealistic amounts of money every month, and I still have time to study, and I have Bruno to thank for this. This is the student I told you about. Learning how to get closing from Bruno is the best decision you make in your life, in your career. I wish I did earlier. In less than 2 months, I've witnessed a drastic level of change in sales in my business. I want you to read that. I'm very good at what I do, but I struggled to make money on my skills for over a year because I was terrible at sales until I met Bruno. Now I can confidently close any deal in any industry. That's how good the program is. You're going to learn how to do this shit for yourself. If you stay until the end of this webinar, ruthlessly implement the unpopular method to make money I'm about to review, your entire life could change and you could make boatloads of money. Having understood that, shall we? Why am I revealing this to you instead of keeping all this information to myself? It's very simple. It's a blue ocean. There's massive opportunity to make money. Second is that, of course, keeping it to myself will be very selfish. But most importantly is that I know a lot of businesses who need high-ticket closers. And the thing is that I am only limited by the people I can work with. And because I'm using my time to close deals, if I'm closing deals for this business owner, I can't be closing deals for another business owner. So the maximum amount of businesses I can close for is 2. I can only close for 2 businesses. That means that there are millions of businesses who need closers, but They can't. I can't close for them. So it doesn't make sense for me to hide this when I know that if I teach you, and of course you pay me to teach you, I can make money, and whatever it is you pay me, you will make 100 times more when you start closing for these businesses. All right. So that is why I'm doing it, because I cannot scale by doing more of what I'm doing. If right now I make $10,000 a month, if I want to make $100,000 a month, I cannot do it from closing more businesses. I have to now close bigger deals, right? Or I can sell my knowledge and help other people make this money and get something off it. So that's why I do it. So what you master in this webinar, number one, is that you learn the surefire way, not just to thrive, but not just to survive, but to thrive as a cash magnet in 2025. You learn the 2 repeatable systems to get started and make thousands of dollars on steroids, and the one-way ticket to shorten your learning curve and make your journey seamless, replicating my results and how I sold over $1 million. So let's dive in. The surefire way to not just survive, but thrive as a cash market in 2024. What is high ticket closing? Also called high ticket sales. High ticket sales is basically selling high ticket expensive products or services. Typically those priced at not $1,000, $3,000 or more. All right. Close the sale and get a percentage on each sale. The minimum commissions earned from each sale is usually 10%. And it takes you anywhere between 30 minutes to 45 minutes to have a conversation with the prospect. This rate is based on your agreement with the business owner, and as you're taking the task of increasing their sale, you can sell more than 10 to 15 products per month and start earning $3,000 to $5,000 per month. Now you might be probably wondering why a business owner will pay you this amount of money. All right. Now, before I tell you, I want to ask you this question. What do you think is the most important asset a business owner has? Money, time, luxury items. What do you think is the most important asset rather? What do you think is the most important asset a business owner has? Someone say money. Nope, it's not money. It's not the houses, it's not the cars, it's not their investments, it's time. Because all these things can come and go. You can lose money, you can make it back. But when time is gone, it can never be regained. It is gone till eternity. That's why you should congratulate yourself for choosing to spend your time wisely and deciding to attend this webinar. A lot of other people are probably wasting their time. And when life starts becoming great for you in a few months, they won't know it because you use your time well. Now, so how do you help them save their time? That's where you come in. By taking care of their most important task in their business, which is bringing in revenue, not because they can't do it, but the truth is that they cannot do it alone. Running a business is huge. And to be able to grow a business, one can't be doing everything in the business. So that is why what they do is they basically look for people like us who are good at what we do, and then they give us a commission whenever we close deals. It saves them time and they make more money. So that way they can grow their business and they can scale faster. There are lots of businesses that are willing to take you on, but I wouldn't advise you work with just anybody. There are certain businesses I like to work with, and there's a reason for that. I like to work with coaches, course creators, and service providers. The reason I prefer to work with them is that I have a chance of earning more commissions, as these people do not have any physical product they're delivering to their clients. So whatever they make, they keep most of it. They don't have to pay any manufacturer, and all I can do is work part-time and online. And these companies, as their businesses are already running online and they understand how the internet works. Typically, most of these people make products or services that range from 2K to 30K and offer a commission of 10 to 20%. So this is what a funnel is. A business owner runs advertisements on Instagram, Facebook, or organic ads, organic content. He sends traffic to a webinar, a video sales page. People watch it, get educated about the product, they book a call, and they talk to you. So you see that point where they are booking a call? That is where you come in. So that is where you come in. All right. And when you close them, they become a paying client. These business owners don't have the time to talk to every single person who shows interest in their offer. So they hire someone who is skilled at having conversations with strangers on calls. And this person is called a closer. And that is you when you learn this skill. Now, how many closes do you have to make to hit $1,000 to $2,000 per month? 5 to 10. I mean, that's 1 to 3 deals per week. Meaning that even if your close rate is as bad as 10%, that is for every 10 calls you take, you close only one person, you need to take 50 to 100 calls per month, which is 3 to 5 hours per day. Assuming the product you sell is a $2,000 offer, you're getting paid $200. That's 10% per every sale. If an average call takes 30 minutes and you're working just 2 hours a day, then you take around 4 calls a day, 20 calls a week, 80 calls a month, and this is the barest minimum. So if your close rate is 10%, with this analogy, you'll be making at least $1,600 monthly. But you can do a whole lot more by committing more time and getting better at your skill. And you can start making more money without even working extra hours. And you'll have crossed the target. You'll be making anywhere between $1,200 to $2,400 per month without spending your own money, generating leads with your own time, or doing any marketing like most other online businesses require. Without creating your own product and offer, without investing any money like Forex or crypto trading. The salary of the average high-ticket closer, according to Zip Recruiter, this is the average, meaning that people who are not good with this skill. All you need to do is get on calls with people who have already shown interest in the business. All right. 95% of the time, they might know what the price is. All right. They just need some clarity about the product. And if you can give them the answer they want, they pay for it. It's that simple. With this skill of high ticket closing, you can literally walk into any company or business and command insane amounts of money. And the reason is because sales is the lifeblood of a business. If a business is not selling, it's not a business. It's a charity. So understand that there's constant demand for it and it never gets old. There's constant demand for it. This again is a screenshot of different businesses and how much they pay high ticket closers. The good news is that there's room for every one of you here. There's room for every one of you here in the market. And that's why I decided to share this opportunity with you. Here's a screenshot of a 30K deal I closed recently. I got 3K for myself. My question to you is it worth learning and mastering high ticket closing skill? Even if all you make is an extra $500 per month, will it be worth it to you? Would it be worth it to you? Let me know in the comment section. A friend of mine DM'd me one time when I made a payment of like $2 million for a mastermind, and he was shocked. He was like, bro, like you just dropped $2 million like nothing. I was like, bro, it is what it is. All right, I've lost money. I've made it back for what I'm about to show you. These are some of my students and my friends who are using this same skill to change their lives. So, how many of you would love to know how to get started working as a high ticket closer within the next 60 to 90 days? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section. All right. There are 2 repeatable steps to get started and make thousands of dollars on steroids. Number 1 is that you develop the skill. Number 2 is you identify businesses that sell high-ticket products. Let's talk about developing the skill. You start by understanding the fundamentals of high ticket closing. You recognize potential clients, comprehend the high ticket products and services, and mastering the strategy of turning leads into sales. You profile the customer, understand the psychology of high ticket buyers, understand the high ticket buyers are different from normal buyers, and you need a skill in helping them make a decision. Number two, you listen actively. You develop this skill that ensures that you are paying attention to what they are saying, because sometimes people might say things like, oh, for example, you might just be talking to somebody and they'll say, oh, yeah, I'm just considering it, I'm still trying to figure it out. That's not true. All right. That's not true. You have to listen carefully. So if you develop this active listening, you'll be able to listen to what they're not saying and what they are saying. Storytelling. I mean, if you know how to tell stories, you can sell anything to anybody, because we buy stories. We buy stories. Someone comes to you and says, oh, I was struggling with XYZ, and then, I met this solution and I found the solution, blah, 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 blah. You've bought it. You bought into a story. All right? And it's more like gisting. Number 4, objection handling. Anticipate the objections your buyers might have and create a process for addressing their concerns. And then you pitch and close. It's simple. So I'll take that again. Number 1, you profile your customers. Number 2, you listen actively. You use stories to inflame their desire for what you're saying, right? You handle the objections, you pitch them, and you close deals. It's as simple as that. This is a summary of developing high-ticket closing skills. There's more to it, but this covers the essentials. If you can learn and master the approaches I just talked about, then you're ready to take the first step in getting started. Let's move on to the next step. The 2 repeatable steps to get started. Number 2 is identify businesses selling high-ticket products. Now, this second step is where the money is made, because business owners who sell expensive products like these are often white folks in the US, UK, Australia, Europe. And they'll be able to pay your commission in hard currency. All you need is to get their attention. And there are 2 ways to make this happen. You send an outreach message. You send a DM, a cold email explaining how you can help them sell their expensive products. Number 2 is you apply for jobs through normal portals like LinkedIn, Indeed, etc. All right. So basically, you're reaching out to these business owners to say, hey, look, I have this skill. You potentially have this problem. I can take away this problem from you. It's that simple. After mastering these 2 steps, all you need to do is start printing money. It's as simple as that. But there's one last piece of the puzzle. Before I reveal the last piece of the puzzle, here are some of my students who are crushing it with this information. Literally, this guy just made his first set call and took hundreds of dollars home. This Pelumi Samuel, a student of mine, taught somebody else, and the person he taught made money from it. So I want to know, have you gotten any value today? Have you gotten any value today, guys? I want you to drop your favorite emoji. Have you gotten any value today? Before we move on, let's have a quick recap. You've learned the surefire way not just to survive, but to thrive as a cash magnet in this new year that we're entering. The 2 repeatable steps to get started and make thousands of dollars on steroids. We've looked at number 1, developing the skill of high ticket closing. And now you understand all you need to get started as a high ticket closer. Do you think all the information I have shared with you so far is enough to get you started? Let me be honest with you guys. What I've shared with you is just an overview of how this thing works. There's still a whole lot more to cover to set you up for success really fast. Meaning that there's one last piece of the puzzle that I need to crack open for you to ensure that you can get started with learning this skill right away and go ahead to become a high ticket closer and can start achieving success, making 2 to 5K monthly over the next 30 to 90 days just by talking to people over Zoom. Now, this last piece of the puzzle is a whole lot, but unfortunately, we cannot cover everything in a short webinar like this, because even if we had the whole 3 hours, it still wouldn't be enough. Now, what's the last piece of the puzzle? It means to learn from an expert. Learn from an expert. I spent over $15,000 honing this skill, and then I can monetize it, and I've sold over $1 million in the last 1 year. But it took some time to figure things out because there are not so many people working as high ticket closers in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. And that's why I told you earlier that this opportunity is still very much untapped, and you should join in as soon as you can to make tons of money out of it before it gets saturated and Nigerians start hearing about it. This is the secret of how I made over 100K in commissions. I spent months of trial and error, losing deals upon deals because I had no blueprint to follow, and I had to figure it out on my own. I watch videos of different guys, white guys, all of these guys, and sometimes what they tell you will not work for you because they are white people and they don't understand how it is for a black person to do it. And these programs were not cheap because I had to pay for them in dollars. But after spending the last few years mastering this skill and becoming good at it, I have now been able to land multiple long-term clients. And since I hacked this system, I've been able to generate over $1 million in revenue and over 100K in commissions for myself. And that is what I want for you as well. And here's what the client of me had to say.
So I wanted to do a quick shout out to Bruno. He's been working with us in the past 4 months ish, and this guy's an absolute killer when it comes to closing big ticket deals, high ticket deals, and that is a core fundamental of our business and our offer is the ability to have a closer in our team who can close high ticket sales. And that's exactly what Bruno came in for. He goes, "Hey guys, I see that you guys need high ticket closer. I had something I 100% can do and I could do very effectively." I mean, he's closed high ticket sales up to 15.5K paid in full all at once. Closed probably more than $100,000 in the past 4 months. And I'm super happy that we have him on the team and helping us out and building out a good set of closer pipelines that we can use, as well as having very good closer fundamentals that I know that I can rely on for every person that hops in a call with him. I know that I can rely on him to close that person or make sure that I get proper feedback back that I can feed over to my team to make sure that our ads and our system and our funnels are better so that he can continue to close higher ticket sales, which I know he can do. So I highly recommend Bruno. I highly recommend working with Bruno at some capacity when it comes to closing, or even if he's teaching you anything. Don't know if he is yet, but if he teaches this, I would highly recommend listening to him and what he teaches, because not only can he do it, but he also walks the walk. So highly recommend them.
Hi guys, my name is Shifumi. So I just want to tell you my journey through COC. So before joining COC, I was a struggling affiliate marketer who wasn't even making sales at all. And then until I stumbled upon Bruno's post, and I never knew that sales was a skill on its own. And I decided that, let me give this a try. So going into COC, I must say that I got much more value than I expected. And not only did I just become a salesperson or a good salesperson, sales has actually helped my life in terms of, building relationships with people. I used to be that kind of person who is always, introverted, shy. I can't talk to people. But sales has given me that confidence. I now know what to say. I know how to spark conversations. Now, for those who are thinking they're, contemplating, is sales for me? Now, this is me telling you that sales is for anybody. As long as you're ready to put in the work, you can make it. You understand? And then, why not? Why would you want to go into sales? Like, every business needs a salesperson. Every business needs to make sales for them to progress. So I believe that having sales skill in hand is the best thing that can happen to you. All right.
If you're watching this video anytime in 2023 or probably even 2024, I want to warn you, stay very, very far away from Bruno because he's mine. You can't have him. He's too good. His close rate is just too damn high. He leaves our clients happily paying pretty large sums of money. So for a bit of context, my name's Tom from BHTV Media. We do cold traffic funnels for coaches. We had a real problem a few months back where we suddenly had a little too much success. Like we were taking the calls ourselves and the call volume just became overwhelming. So we reached out to Bruno just because we needed somebody, and he's absolutely blown us away. So basically we had no time to train him. We told him what the offer does and sort of where the line is, how far he's allowed to push. And without even knowing what's inside the program, he already, like, I don't know how much he increased that close rate, but it was by a lot. And everything was just so smooth. And then he's learned from basically every single person that he spoke to. He's getting to know the offer better and better, and the close rate is just astronomical. Yeah, like I was saying, stay very far away from the guy because if I find out that you've poached him, look out. But if you're just looking to learn from him, go for it. I cannot recommend him enough. He's given me some tips that have helped with all kinds of sales. I have no idea what's inside this program, but if Bruno's putting it out, you should absolutely try.
So, guys, look, you have two options. All right. You can either do one of these two things: hit the internet, apply all what I've taught you, coupled with some months of trial and error before having your first taste of blood. All right. Or you can learn from an expert like me who has already invested $15,000 of his own money in this skill, taking home over $100,000 in 1 year alone. All right. And figuring out how to make this still work as a Nigerian. I want to know, which one do you want? Let me know, one or two. Which one do you want? Number two. Okay. If you chose option one and you want to learn things by yourself, then we can call it a day, because what I'm going to share forward is for people who need more of my help. So you can leave the webinar right now, and thank you so much for your time. Now, for those of you who chose option two, just give me 10 minutes. Let me go over all I have in store for you so that you can almost guarantee making you at least $2,000 in the next 30 to 90 days with this skill called high ticket closing. I want you to type go ahead. All right. Tell me go ahead if you want me to show you. Type go ahead in the comments if you want me to show you. All right. Let's go ahead. I want to introduce to you the Close Like a Pro program. And basically, this is a comprehensive beginner's guide to going from a complete novice to making your first $1,000 in the next 30 to 60 days, and how to grow to the point where you're making up to $3,000 to $5,000 every single month as a respected high ticket closer. CLAP stands for Close Like a Pro. So whenever you hear the word CLAP, you just remember Close Like a Pro. There are two sections of the CLAP coaching program. The first one is where you become a high ticket closer, and the part two is where you learn how to find offers to close for. Part one is here I show you how to go from a complete novice to making your first $3,000 to $10,000 deal like you were meant for this. Module one, the psychology behind closing. You see, most people struggle with closing because they have this wrong idea about how it works. There's a certain mindset you need to have. And by understanding the psychology behind buying decisions, you learn how to tap into the emotional triggers, build trust, handle objections effortlessly. And that's what you're going to learn in Module 1. In Module 2, you know how to close high-ticket deals. I dive into the principles of human psychology that drive purchasing decisions. What makes people buy? And the problem is that Nigerians are not wired to close expensive deals, because when we think about, oh, this amount of money, we think because I cannot afford it, nobody else will be able to afford it. And that's not true. So you need to change your mindset when it comes to closing deals, and this is going to help you. You also learn the secrets to closing every sale. It's about understanding the 7 key things that if you have these 7 things in position, you will always close any deal. You will close any sale. I dive into these 7 things that allow you to close any deal at any single time. And that's why one of my students said, look, after joining this community and learning from Bruno, I can confidently close any deal I put my mind to, because she learned these things I'm about to share with you. Same thing with Somto. He said, I used to be frustrated dealing with low ticket clients and making peanuts every month until I learned high ticket closing from Bruno, and everything changed. So the opportunities in this market are infinite. Results do not lie. I made over almost $50,000 in 90 days as a closer. Other people took way more money than I did, because why? The ocean is large for everybody. This is one of my students who reached out to me and was like, I just hit my first K month from sales closing, thanks to you, Bruno, and my partner, Joseph. This guy earns about $1,125 on every deal he closes. In Module 4, you're going to learn how to engineer trust like a pro. Trust is the lubrication of business. If there's no trust, there's no sale. How do you do that with a complete stranger in 30 to 45 minutes? I'm going to show you exactly what to say, how to do it in a way that will build trust fast. Then also, I'm going to give you my $1 million sales call framework. How do you take all what you've learned and have a framework and template for doing this so that you can actually learn how to do it fast? My exact step-by-step, the same script and templates I've used to sell over $1 million and my students are using. You're going to get it. You're also going to learn how to turn no's into yes, how to anticipate and address common objections, how to reinforce the value of what you're selling, how to avoid and even prevent objections before they come up, to make your closing as seamless as possible. In fact, a Yahoo boy used my training and started closing deals. Crazy. Then you're also going to learn how to find offers to close for. This is the part 2. I break down everything you need to do to find business owners to close for, how to vet them, how to prepare for an interview, how to behave during the interview, how to stand out in the interview process, how to receive your commissions and get paid within Nigeria, and the tools you need as a closer. And I know one thing you're probably thinking is, I'm completely new to this. Who will hire me? I know how you feel because I felt it too. But look, if you're being very honest, every single person doing anything was once new to it. They didn't give birth to me, and one of my birthrights was, having a company waiting to hire me. So remember, every single successful person you see started from somewhere. Even you in your current job right now. Did that stop you from getting a job? No. So you have nothing to worry about. You'll be starting from somewhere, but with proper guidance. And the last thing is that you need to take action and implement ruthlessly. Don't waste time. Rita, one of my students, bought one of my courses. She didn't open it, she didn't try it out. And then finally she decided to try it, and the rest was history. You need to take action. If you don't take action, it's not going to work for you. And look, I'm not promising you'd make 100K in 1 year. Like I said, the results that you desire depends on you. But that being said, let's move on. Because as a fact, you wouldn't even make 100K in your first year. But if I help you make at least anywhere between 2K to 3K a month, that's 24K to $36,000 every single year, would that be worth it to you? Would that be worth it? Let me know, guys. Would that be worth it to you? Exactly. All right. Let's move on. The good part about all of this is that you'll be working with people outside the country, and they are working in a different time zone. So usually by the time some of them are waking up, you're already rounding up your own work days, your work hours. So you can do this while doing whatever it is that you do. As a student, have a job, whatever it is, you can also do this. Now, I know the big question is, how much is the CLAP program? I want you to know this. I've spent over $15,000 to learn this. So that should give you an idea of how much it was worth to learn it. So imagine I paid $15K to learn a skill that made me $100,000 in just 1 year. And the cool part is that it keeps making me money. So my $15,000 investment paid me 5 times more. Because look, there's no better investment than investing in yourself and learning a skill. If you buy a land today, maybe after 1 or 2 years, you get maybe 100% back, which is just 1x or 2x of the investment. But with a skill, you can make 10 to 100 times in as little as a year. Let me ask you, how much does it cost to get a 4-year degree in a prestigious university? How much? Probably millions. But guess what? After spending millions and 4 years in school, you still end up looking for something else that will give you money. It's why you're here. So my question to you is, if this high-ticket closing was able to make you $1,000 in your first 30 to 60 days and $5,000 every single month, knowing fully well that school costs millions, how much should I charge for this program? Just take a look at that. Look at the results that are possible. If you could get these results, How much do you think I should charge for the program? This is what people are saying about the program. Just take your time and read it. So no matter how much you try and go and learn on your own, you can't take away the part that there are not so many Nigerians or Africans doing high ticket closing. And my touch is specifically going to help you succeed really fast. Because I have been there, I've experienced every single thing, and you wouldn't have to go through all of that stress. Here's another student of mine. Now, the investment fee for CLAP coaching program is worth 500K. Why? Because you spent millions in university, you're even patient enough for 4 years before you saw any result. But with my program, you see results in as quickly as 60 days, and you make more money from this skill than almost anything you've learned in university. So the price is fair because it cost me a whooping 15K, and this program, I teach you everything I've learned in the business. The interesting part is that the least income this skill will be making you is $2,000 monthly. That's over 3 million naira. So you see that it's a steal. But because I'm interested in your growth and I know how the Agbado economy is, at least I live in Nigeria, I won't charge you half of 500K. You can get the CLAP program for 150,000 naira only. Only. Why did I make something that will make you more money than a university certificate in a far shorter time, and something that cost me $15,000 to learn for just 150K? But like I said, the economy is bad, and I know 150K is a price any serious person willing to up their game will pay, because let's face it, you paid more for your school fees and you didn't think twice. So I know anyone who is serious will be able to come up with it. To make this deal sweeter, I'm going to give you a no-brainer access that even school won't give you. I spent 4 years in university paying lots of money for school fees, but there was no guarantee I could get a job. As a matter of fact, I ended up getting a customer service rep where I was being paid 40K. Yeah, 40K after millions and 4 years in school. What I'm giving you is simple. It's not for everyone here. I'm so convinced, and I'm sure that you make your first $1,000 in the next 30, 60 days guaranteed, that I decided to put my money where my mouth is. For the first 20 people, just 20 people, who joined the CLAP program today, I'm offering an exclusive opportunity to get in with a one-time payment of just 50,000 naira. Look, I'm confident that by joining, you'll receive amazing results, all right? And this is only for action takers who are ready to transform their financial situation. The fact that you're going to make money with my program is not a debate. Why? Because I know that in 30, 60 days, if you close 4 sales, you've made the money back. That's over $1,000. And I've cracked the code. And that's why I can assure you 100% that you'll get results if you follow everything in the program and implement it. That is one of my students, a beginner. Closed 2 sales out of 3 calls she was involved in 4 days. And these calls took her just 30 minutes each. The crazy part was that she was a beginner just like you. So imagine making $600 in 4 days, and my guarantee is that you close 4 sales in a 60-day period. Look, most people will make more than $1,000. But I'm trying to keep expectations low, and all of this you'll be making from the comfort of your room. So I've decided to let a few of you in, because I need to invest my time in them, and I'm just one person. Only 20 people. Only 20 people. The reason is so that I can monitor the people who take actions, because my number one goal is to see you hit your first 1K over the next 30 to 60 days. After that, I'll look after you to keep hitting this figure and even higher. Or my question is, will you have an issue investing 50K if I'm able to help you get $1,000 in the next 60 days? Let me know in the comments. If I could help you make it $1,000 in the next 60 days, would 50K be too much for you to invest? Let me know in the comments. You don't need a laptop. I already said it before. I think I mentioned that at the beginning. You don't need a laptop. You can start with your phone. I already said that. You don't need a laptop. So if you're ready, click the link below to enroll in the club program today. If you check the comment section, you have it. Click the link below to enroll in the club section today. Someone said make it 30K. Sorry, no, it's not going to be 30K. If 50K is too much for you, then this is not for you. It's not for you. Honestly, like if you're struggling to add extra 20K to get a skill that will change your life, nah, it's not for you, man. Don't get it, so don't worry. Once the 20 persons get in, you have to pay 150K to get into this program. So click the link below and enroll in the club program today. Also, if you want to make payment via transfer, that is also possible. Also, my WhatsApp number is the one in the group. Once you make the payment, send me a DM on WhatsApp and you get access to the program. It's as simple as that. My account number, let me get that for you. All right, so for those of you that want to do a transfer, just posted my account number there. Sage Forte is any bank, that is it. It's also going to be in the group. Once you do that, send proof of payment to my number that is in the group and you'll get access to the course. And here's why you should get this program now. Let me share something with you.
My name is Brandon Ryan. I am a budding entrepreneur. I currently work as a pharmacist and I'm trying to kill my job. Before I started working with Bruno, my sales skills were fairly limited, even though I knew that I really liked sales. It was something that I didn't have a lot of experience in. But more importantly, I think I was really limited in terms of my mindset. And I decided to start working with Bruno because I was in a cohort with him and I noticed how selfless he was and how knowledgeable he was about sales and marketing in particular. And I wanted to be like him. I'd say the best part about working with Bruno was the value that he brought on every single call. Just being able to sit down and talk to him really helped me sort out a lot of the issues that I was having in my life. So if you're out there sitting on the fence, not sure about whether or not you should sign up to work with Bruno or go into mentorship with Bruno, I would absolutely do it now because I really believe that Bruno is going places and it's probably going to be a lot more expensive in the future. I would highly recommend his services to anybody.
You heard the man. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is why you want to get the program right now. If you're adding this program now, get the program now because I mean the price will soon go up. Also, I want you to know that I sell this program this cheap because you're Nigerians. This same information I sell it with foreigners for at least $1,000. I am not joking. This same information I'm selling it for $1,000. This is the cheapest it gets. And just so you know, that's not all you're going to be getting from the CLAP program. If you're among the first 20 people to join in right away, there's more. You get access to my Telegram community where you'll be able to reach me and other like-minded individuals to ask your questions, share your wins, get feedback, get support that you need. You also get access to the vault containing 5 of my community calls with members of my inner circle where I share insider secrets, becoming better closers, getting more and better opportunities, negotiating deals with business owners, and a lot of other things. The course is in a video format. Bonusly, you get a chance to apply for a scholarship into my private inner circle, the community of closers. This is where we help everyday people hit 10K per month with high ticket closing. It costs $1,000 to enroll, but it's currently closed. We're not taking any enrollment now, but when we do, you will get access, scholarship access, because you already got the CLAP program. And these are some results of people who have already learned this skill. Because you are here today and you have decided to be part of the first 20 people to join in, all right, you're only paying 50K. And you get access to all the bonuses I've talked about. You get access to everything I've talked about today. This is the best decision you can make, is to invest in a surefire skill. I want you to take your time and read that. Just read what you're seeing right now. More messages from my students. These are people who have gotten the course. So this is a summary of every single thing you're getting. From module 1 to module 6. everything you need. All the bonuses you're getting. How people like you are making $5,000 from a single sale. You see, some of my students get shocked when they make money because to them, $3,200 look big, but to an American, it's nothing. Look at this question, gone to your head. You have to make $12,000 in 30 days or your loved one dies. You can't borrow. What's your goal? If you don't have a plan to do this, then this is exactly what you need to do. Like I said, I'm doing this because there are lots of business owners out there in need of this superpower skill, and it can change your life forever. Only if you master it. I mean, if you imagine you ignore this opportunity, and one day you meet somebody who's making thousands of dollars simply because they took this same opportunity and because you procrastinated. 50K is not life-changing money for me, but it can change your life. Because whether you like it or not, that money is going to go. You're going to spend it on something else. And that thing, if it's not going to make you more than this course will make you, then it's not worth it. This is the best thing you can invest that money in right now. In 2020, you missed the birth of online millionaires. Don't miss this opportunity today. Click the link below or make a transfer to that account details and that's it. Enroll in the CLAP program today. The link is there. Click on it, enroll in the CLAP program, and I'm just basically trying to copy the link out, sorry. And you can start making as much money once you master this skill. I don't know if you saw this where it says that they plan to increase the minimum wage. But the thing is that if you increase the minimum wage, price of things will also increase. So it's not even enough to save you. Look, you've come this far, make it count for yourself because nobody's coming to save you. The day I knew that things had changed for me was the day I flew all the way to Dubai just to clear my head. With the CLAP program, you could be earning 10 to 100 times what you're currently earning. So just so you know, once the 20 people get in, you have to pay the entire 150K up front to get into this program. All the bonuses goes up in the air, and you have to pay the full price. This is how potent this skill is. Just take a look at that. It's how potent this skill is. So, any questions? I got a few minutes for questions. Any questions, guys? Any questions? All right, since no questions, then I guess we'll call it a day. This offer can change your life. Few months from now, difference between you and somebody out there will be because of this information you took and this information you acted upon. Don't let it pass you by. This is what is possible with you. I've showed you the door. Now it's up to you to make the simple decision to walk through it. Click the link below, enroll into the CAP program today. You see my account number around. Pay into my account number. My WhatsApp number is there. Send a message with proof and you get access to the course. For those of you that have paid, congratulations. I'll see you on the other side.